A knot is the difference between secure and useless. It's the difference between a secure shelter and a disaster, a safe load and a highway accident, a life-saving rescue and, well, you get the point. We've all been there. You try to learn a knot from a book, and it's just a confusing mess of lines. You watch a video, and the person's hands move so fast that you can't even tell what happened. Well, this video is different. This is the 10 best knots in life, specifically for visual learners. No fast forwarding, no confusing angles, just 10 essential knots shown slowly, clearly, up close, so that you can follow along. This is one of the most important practical skills you can learn. So let's get started. I want you to grab a piece of rope right now and do this stuff with me. Pause the video, rewind, watch it as many times as you need. The goal isn't to watch me tie 10 knots, it's for you to learn 10 knots. Knot number 1, the square knot. This is for one thing, binding two identical ropes together, like for a first aid bandage or tying up a bundle. So watch right here. So first thing, check it out. We're gonna do right over left, then take that under, okay? That's, pretty self-explanatory. You can do it, I promise. Now, here's the key, okay? Now, go left over right and under, and then boom, perfect. See how that lies flat? Okay, now, here we go. Here is the warning. If you don't follow those instructions exactly, and instead you go right over left and under, you get what's called a granny knot. Looks something like this right here, which will slip and fail. And you never want to trust a square knot to begin with in terms of a heavy load. It's for light binding only. So knot number 2. This is the bowline knot, or bowline, however you want to pronounce it. If you learn one knot today, this is it. It creates a non-slip loop that will not get smaller or larger. It's used for rescue, for securing a line to an object, and really for anything. So we're going to use my cup of pens here as a post. Okay, so we're going to use the classic rabbit method here. So we're going to make a small loop in what we call the standing end, and this is going to be the rabbit hole. And this is the working end. We're going to call this the rabbit, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the rabbit and put it through the rabbit hole, okay? Stick with me here. It's going to go around the tree and then back through the rabbit hole. Pretty simple. And then tighten it. Boom. You done. That thing is not going anywhere once it sets. Okay? There we go. Perfectly secure, non-slip loop. You can pull on this all day and it won't slip. Knot number 3, and that is 2 half hitches. This is the simplest, fastest way to tie a rope to a tree, post, or anything really. So we're gonna use this cup of pens or pencils here as a post because I don't have one. You're just gonna pass it around the post, okay? And you're gonna make a simple overhand knot here. Nothing crazy about that, okay? Right? There we go. Simple overhand. That's 1 half hitch, right? Not super secure. Can get pulled out if you're not careful. So we're going to make another one. There we go. You get something looks kind of like that. That would be your 2 half hitch knot. I mean, this doesn't work for anything crazy, but it will work for, a basic load. So knot number 4, this is the Taut-line hitch. This is the magic knot. It's a loop that can adjust. It's essential for tent, guy lines, tarps, and clotheslines. All right, so to tie this Taut-line, we got our post here as we did before, and we're gonna go ahead and wrap it around our post, so to speak, right? And then after that, we're gonna go ahead and put this on top of this side on top, okay? Underneath, it's gonna wrap around through the hole once and then twice, okay? But you leave it facing this way after it comes out. It's gonna go underneath all of this and then through this area that you just made. Okay, and after that is all set up, you'll have a nice, looks like a 3 lines here, a little bit of one on top, and you can slide it, you can open it. Pretty nice little knot, and it will stay super, super tight. Total control. This is a game changer for setting up a shelter. Now for knot number 5. This is the clove hitch. This is the fastest way to attach a rope to a post. It is a great temporary knot. All right, so we got our post here, whatever we're gonna basically tie something to, okay? We're gonna grab our rope and take it up and over to begin with, okay? Then after that, we're gonna take our rope and cross it over this existing line to make kind of like a cross here. You're gonna bring it up and under, okay? And then it's gonna go under this line right here, guy, okay? And then you're gonna pull it and it will tighten up. And that is the clove hitch knot. It'll kind of settle in the direction you're pulling, and that's pretty much it. That is the clove hitch. It's not the most secure really, but it's the fastest. Knot number 6, the sheet bend. This is what you should be using instead of the square knot. This is for joining 2 ropes, especially if they are different sizes. So pretty simple here. All right, to do this, you're gonna grab a bight of rope, preferably the bigger one that if you have 2 sizes, and you're gonna take the end of the smaller rope and throw it through the bight there. And you're gonna wrap it around, kind of like the tree and the rabbit here. And as you're done doing that here, you're gonna basically, instead of going through the rabbit hole like before, you're gonna pass it through the little opening here that you kind of made, okay? And it kind of looks like that. And then when you pull it tight, boom, it is set. It is not coming out. And the reason is because these are both pulling tension on each other and not letting each other out. So that is the sheet bend knot. So this is definitely more secure than a square knot, and especially as good at joining 2 different lines. Knot number 7, the trucker's hitch. This is your heavy hitter. It gives you a 3-to-1 mechanical advantage, which is perfect for tying down a load on your truck or trailer. All right, so we're gonna pass our loop under, okay? And then the next part is gonna be pretty simple, but it's key to this whole operation. You're gonna take and twist a loop under your rope, okay? Make sure that you bring it over at the other rope here. So you have the top rope here. It's important for the next step, because what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring your bring your rope here, almost like another little chunk here, and a bight you'd call it, and bring it through, and then you tighten it. Okay. It's important because you get a little bight, kind of like this, and this is how you set up the rest of the knot. Okay. After you get this set up, what you're gonna do is you pass your other section of the rope through that, right? And that's how you'll really like tighten all this up, because you can cinch it, you can lift up a load, whatever you're gonna do. After you've done that, you kind of create a little bight here, right? You pass it through the middle here, and then around and through this opening, right? So around and through this opening, okay? And then you don't pull the end through, you just pull that. So it creates almost like another little bight here, right? And that's pretty much it. That is gonna secure that load so it doesn't go anywhere, okay? And the beauty about that, and the magic part about it, is when you're all done, all you gotta do is pull on that end, boom, and it comes off. Super awesome. I absolutely love this knot. So that is the mechanical advantage at work. If you wanted to, you could add 2 half hitches to it to tie it off, but that honestly is good enough for me. So knot number 8 is the timber hitch. This is a classic homesteader's knot. It is for dragging a log or a bundle of firewood. All right, this one is pretty awesome, pretty simple, pretty easy. I'm gonna take our cup here of pins, okay? And we're gonna wrap our rope around it, and after that, we'll go the other way actually. After that, go under, okay? Then switch it over. Kind of similar to one of the other ones here, and I'll show you one in a second. It goes up and through, right like that. You're gonna do this once, twice, and 3 times. Okay. And then after that, you cinch it down to, like we said, your logs, your posts, whatever you're dragging, right? And that's it. I mean, it seems simple, right? That it just wraps around, it doesn't get knotted or anything, and it still works. But that's really it. It's really using that pressure of the nylon against the nylon in a 90-degree angle here to hold on to it. It's pretty awesome. And then when you're done, it just basically will come right apart. It's pretty simple. Knot number 9, the constrictor knot. This is the zip tie of the rope world. It's for binding things tightly, like the neck of a bag or a leaking hose. So for this one, we got our post here, and we got our rope. We're gonna pass it up and over wherever we're tying it to. We're gonna bring it back over, but instead of next to it, we're gonna go over it once, and then back under where we were going here. And then, so for our last one that was similar to this, we passed it through here, but that's not what we're gonna do on this one. We're actually gonna pass it under this X. See how the rope basically created an X? We're gonna pass it completely under that X, okay? And make sure it's nice and tight there. And pull, okay? The beauty about this is it cinches down and constricts, so it's super tight, and this thing is not going anywhere. It's very much like a clove hitch, but just with a critical difference of where you put the where you go under. So the one thing I will be cautioning you about is this one is a really hard one to untie. So be careful. If you have put a lot of weight onto this, you often have to cut it. So use it when you mean it and when it has to stay there. Knot number 10. The figure 8 on a bite. This is a powerful knot. We started with a bowline loop and then ended with the strongest loop. Now, this one is standard for climbers and rescue teams, and it is bomb proof. So pretty simple. You get yourself if you can even see the length here, nice long bite here. And then you're gonna wrap it around, kind of around over itself. And then all you gotta do is pull it through that loop. That's it. That's that simple. Boom. Tighten it down, make sure everything looks nice, and there you go. That is a figure 8 on a bite. Pretty simple. Looks just like an 8, and when you pull it tight, it becomes the strongest, most secure loop that you could possibly tie. So the square knot, the bowline, the 2 half hitches, the taut-line, the clove hitch, the sheet bend, the trucker's hitch, the timber hitch, the constrictor, and the figure 8. 10 knots, that's it. With this toolkit, you can secure load, build a shelter, join a rope, drag a log, and perform a rescue. This is a primary skill of self-reliance. Go back, rewatch this, practice until you can tie them in the dark. Your security and your preparedness depends on these simple, powerful, and unregulatable skills. Thanks for watching. If this helped you at all, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more practical preparedness and homesteading skills. Now I want to hear from you. What is the one knot that you use most often? Let us all know in the comments below. Make sure to stay safe and stay ready.